Hello everyone and welcome to St Aldhelms Model Railway. At the moment we can see the Goliath warship class at one of the stations. This station is called Eastbourne Road Station and he's just on the way round to the industrial estate, which I've called Walker's Industrial Estate. All the names in my layout have been sort of borrowed from Dad's army. There's the hand of God there, as not all the points have their motors installed yet. So the Goliath is about to pick up a couple of tank wagons here. We'll assemble a train and do a bit of a layout tour. So all the buildings here are Metcalf kits. You can see the one closest on the right hand side, the loco's just passing it now. That's one I've made myself, and it's just made out of bits and pieces left over from the kits, and it's been tacked onto the end of it's a factory Metcalf kit. Just to add a bit of variety and fill up some more spaces. So I'm not sure what all these industries are going to be yet. There's a brewery there and some warehouses, more warehouses down the back. I'll really sort of work that as I go along. Here's another view of Eastbourne Road Station. So we're backing up now with the tank wagons we picked up and the guards van. So we'll just back into the siding, drop off the guards van, and from the other siding we'll pick up some open wagons. Now a lot of these wagons have the Dapol Easy Shunt couplers, which I've found work pretty well. If you can see closely enough, the train will automatically just drop off the guards van via the magnet. Not every wagon has a magnetic coupler on it, because they're just too expensive, so I've grouped them in sort of, some are singles, there's some doubles, triples, and some in groups of 4. So the 3 tanks are in a group of 3 with an easy shunt coupler on each end of the 3 wagons. So the 4 it's picking up now is another set. The first and last have a coupler, magnetic coupler on them, and so we'll just go forwards a bit, pick up the guards van, and do a quick layout tour. So I've been working on this layout for about a year, although I cheated a bit because a lot of the baseboard and track was built 15 years ago and it was abandoned. Originally it was going to be an American layout, just basically due to the fact that the UK stuff was just too expensive and too hard to get in Australia. But since then, most of the track plan has been retained, although the entire layout has been relayed with Pico track. Initially I started with Atlas track, but 15 years later the track that was still here was just been damaged by heat and misuse. So we've left the station now. We're passing on the main line here. The whole layout is a single main line, although here you can see a double line, but it's 2 single lines, 1 down line, and it comes round to another station which I've called Eastgate Station. This is basically a big balloon loop. Now you can access the platform area coming from either way. So if you're coming from the lower level, you can access the loop and the station. If you're coming from the other level, you can switch across, still access the loop or the station platforms. But we'll just go straight through the station here, and here we come through the tunnel. This is actually the oldest part of the layout, and all this scenery is going to be redone, except the station building and platform will be kept. There's a temporary sort of storage area which that will actually go once the final part of the layout has been constructed. So now we're passing the industrial area, this time on the up line. I call it the up line. As I said, the whole layout is just a single line, sort of branch line. This area here is one of the few areas that has the scenery done. Just that corner there was a bit of an experiment. It's also the only area that has ballasting. So we're a bit further back. That's the problem with N-Scale, it's so small. So we've gone up the gradient here. Now we're passing over the bridge above Eastbourne Road Station. Now we come to another corner of the layout. So we're on the upper level here. We come round, and I've called this area Warmington Station. This is semi-completed as well. There's a good shed there. The main street's got all its buildings, and station and platform, but that's about it as far as this area is. There's a Jones's Butchers there. There's also a Fraser's Funeral Parlour. Now we're passing St Aldhelms Church there on top of the hill, and it comes round to the newest part of the layout, which really all I've done. This has been built over the last couple of weeks, and pretty much all I've done is a bit of plaster work and the blue backdrop. So this is the opposite end of the layout, incorporates another loop. It's just passing a switch point there, which will follow the train round on the right hand side and extend off to the final extension, which will be St Aldhelms terminus. So there's no scenery here, but this will be Snettlesfield Station. Now entering the tunnel. Now this section runs underneath Warmington. There is like a bypass siding there, which is a big loop, and where you can store a train, and it comes out at the tunnel, back at the start, back at Eastbourne Road Station. And that's pretty much the whole layout there. Here's a few pictures here of some of the buildings at Warmington. More buildings at Warmington. That's part of Eastbourne Road Station. That's the recently plastered section, which is where the newest extension joins the old part of the layout. There's another picture there showing from a different angle. This picture here, you can see the turnout, which has no track on it yet, which will curve round and then go off towards the right where the final terminus will be, and that just shows the underneath the loop there, or the passing siding where a train can be stored. Here's a quick picture of the plan of the final terminus when it's finished.